Hey YouTube, we're back. More 380 action today. One thing I noticed yesterday when I was doing some prep work for filming is I was getting ready to put the battery in and using this new tail. Of course, we got to fix this. We'll do that today. When I take this out, everything's hunky-dory there. This is a little bit squishy, so we're going to fix that. Just going to be a little bit more firm, and that should help a little bit with when you're trying to do this out in the field. It'll be harder because you're going to be holding the plane. So you got to be able to do it one-handed. Oh, and then also, of course, you can park this on the side if you want. But you see how this battery plug is just barely makes it out. And I said, dang it. I wish I would have known that because I would have reorganized the way that the wires came out of the ESCs and stuff for that. So I kind of missed the boat on that. But the other thing I noticed is later for retracts, look at this. You got room all the way up to the nose, which is pretty cool. So you could easily, well, not easily, you could put a retract in here and you would have somewhere to go with it, which usually you don't have that. Like even on the Supreme-hobbies, on the nose, it's solid, or it's mostly solid up there, so you can't do that. So anyway, what I thought about was I have this dead ESC from an E-Flight 40 amp ESC here. And so I'm just going to go ahead and desolder this thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a little extension cord. Let's just double check that it's going to be long enough here in a minute. Sometimes that flux really helps to kind of get that penetration in there. You can put a little fresh solder on there too. Helps. Especially if they're using this crappy silver solder instead of lead. Boy, the positive one came off a lot easier. Okay, so now we can just go ahead and test this to see if it's going to be long enough. But the idea is when you're when you're holding this thing out in the breeze, it's huge. It's going to be catching wind. So now you'll be able to easily get that. Now the only problem is this might be just a little bit too long. So if it ends up being too long, I'll chop it in half, and then we can use this to also extend the part number time, guys. Red, black, XT6 guys. Nice finished end. Camera stopped on me again. I apologize for that. I'll probably have to figure out what's going on. What I noticed after I soldered these on, and you've seen me do that before, so it's not a big deal, is that the pins were not tight when I plugged them into each other. And so there's a trick you can do on XT60s and other pin-based connectors. See those pins? You can come in here and open them up, or vice versa. If you're having trouble getting them plugged together, you can actually squish those back tight. Now watch this. A lot more retention now. Okay? So that's something you can take away for any type of connector that you need to use. Now we can reach into the plane and see what comes out. And then I've got some cool stuff for you guys today. I'm one of you guys. Trust me, people. I'm excited about it. Oh yeah, that thing's got good retention now. Because you don't want it coming undone on you. Yes. That means I can plug the battery in and then manage the cable. And look, it's not so long that it's going to get into our landing gear, which is great. It's the best of both worlds. So now, and by the way, I don't know if I pointed this out to you guys, but look at that. Oh yeah. We got a little cable storage, which is good because this thing will get beat up. Look how thin it is. I mean, that's how thick the whole thing is on the nose and the body and stuff. So I just got to remember that as I get ready to do my reshaping on the nose. Maybe I could just heat the thing and squish it down. But anyway, okay, so next part we were talking about doing real quick was getting this reinforced a little bit. It's just not quite enough strength. And so we used hot glue yesterday to mount a little bit of this, and for that reason I think I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of hot glue again on this. I try not to go too crazy on hot glue because it's a little bit heavier than some other medias that we could use, but I think it'll be okay. So, or maybe I'll just use a little balsa wood. I mean, there's no magical solution to most of this stuff. You just kind of got to work with what you've got. Ooh, that's a lot firmer, but it's going to break. Just looking through my bag of goodies here, my box of goodies. I think we're just going to use a little balsa wood. I don't know if you guys are like me at all, but I always have this fear that as soon as I use this one scrap, it's going to be the scrap I need on the next project. And I know that's a stupid thing to think all the time, but that's what hoarders think. Oh yeah, baby, that's gonna be good. Ooh, look at that, guys. Look at the angle there. Wow, gorgeous. Okay, we're just gonna cut this down here. We're not even gonna sand it. We're just gonna use the table to sand it, guys. I don't want to use no sandpaper. Who needs sandpaper when you got a table? Okay, good enough. Now it's time to duplicate that, which will be super duper easy. Gotta make the noise. Alright, I'm gonna use sandpaper for this one. This is a big money item right here. Sand it. Yes. Around the edge. Sand it. Sand it. Ooh, that's a new sanding block. It works really nice, actually. They're not paying me for that either, guys. It's just crazy, all the stuff I use. It's like product placement central over here. Alright, here we go. Right like that, guys. Nope, wrong. We're going to go like this. Is this one bigger? I hope it is. Oh yeah. That is the way to go right there. So now that's going to give us a little bit of squishiness, but a little bit more firmness. Is it not going to be enough firmness, though, I wonder? That's where the hot glue comes in, guys. The hot glue will give us a little bit extra firmness. You know, if you're struggling with firmness, hot glue may be your solution, but it's probably not going to be. Anyway. Here we go, guys. This is going to be the world's fastest mod video. And when I say worlds, I mean like the world of my videos. Which is turning into quite the universe. Over 1,000 now. Yep, I just did that with my bare thumb. It felt really good. Oh yeah. Yes. That's still a little squishy. I think we're gonna do one more piece, guys, and it's gonna be so good you won't be able to stand it. You're gonna be like, I must like and subscribe. Just can't help myself today. Alright, sweet. And now we put it down. Oh yeah, look at that. That's going to be good. And only a minimal amount of squishiness there. We're going to try to fix that with some hot glue. Very, very small amount of hot glue, guys. I can't stress that enough. Except by saying it 3 or 4 times. Just a small amount, guys. Small amount, guys. Small amount, guys. Small amount, guys. Okay, that was 4 times, right? Okay. Lick the finger. Gross out your subscribers. Spread it out. Look at that. That is just wowzers. That is so good. I'm going to rip this thing off. It's so good. I'm going to rip that thing off. And I'm going to put a piece of wood here. Now, this is going to be the sacrificial connection point here. Okay? Oh, that son of a gun. You know what? You're not going to win this battle, you piece of balsa wood, and your grain is going to be held together perfectly by my hot glue. Watch this, guys. I'm just going to be like, yeah, take that. That was hot. I touched my middle finger. My finger was disagreeable to that event. Yes. And now we're going to glue it a little bit more, guys, and it's going to be good. You ready? Right on the seams. Booyah. 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 Good thing this isn't going to be seen, right? Oh, wait, except for by all of you. Hold it. Hold it. Try not to get melted yourself. Look at that. That is so beautiful. It's getting there, guys. It's not as good as Supreme Hobbies, but it's pretty awesome still. And to be honest with you, Supreme Hobbies, if you guys could just... I'm going to stop that statement. If you guys could just pull your heads out of your butt and get stuff back in stock, people would be happy, including me. Like, for instance, the 320. What the heck, man? You made this awesome plane, and now nobody can buy it. Why? Just make more. People will buy them. There's almost 12 million views on that video. You need to start selling them. I get people asking me every week, hey, how come they're out of stock? Where can I buy one? Well, I don't know. I guess you'll have to make your own. Which would be one way to do it. Awesome. Look, look. Oh yeah, not wiggly. Just a little wiggle. Just a little wiggle. And remember, sacrificial lamb is what we're looking for. We're looking for this thing to break off and be destroyed potentially in the event of a severe accident where all companions of this airplane will be sent to the next world. Okay? Boom. Simple as that. All you got to do is just balsa sheet that thing. That was pretty good, guys. I'm happy with it. I think it's going to work well. It's going to be pretty awesome, actually. Now watch this. One hand is going to be supporting this. And I'm going to use the magnet. Okay? Oh, geez. Look at all that hot glue crap. Okay, so watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, I got to try to do this one-handed. This is going to be awkward. Dang it. I'm holding the plane. Simulated holding. Okay, so I'm holding the plane still simulatedly. I'm still using two hands, as you can see. Jeez. I don't know if the whole one-handed thing is ever going to work. Now watch this. I'm going to support this as I let it down. Yes! So much better. Hey guys, one other thought. I don't know if this is necessary, but I am very tempted to make a backer that would come along here, and here, and here. Actually, there's already kind of some foam there. And then here. That would help to, well, not there because that's where the tab goes, but it would help to support and back this up. But we're not going to do that today because I've got other plans for today. And the next step is going to be covering this, and it's going to be awesome. You just wait and see, guys. In the meantime, I'm going to grab the awesome thing. And look at this. This is I don't know if any of you guys wear contacts out there, but I used to before I got LASIK. And, oh yeah, baby. That is a good match. That is a very, very good match. I like it a lot. Oh, buddy. Whoa, whoa, what just happened? Maybe I could do the whole thing, guys. Oh, man, that's tempting. Although this would be good for gear door, so, you know what? See how much spring there is in that one? It's a little bit too much spring. Okay, so I have an idea for that, and I'm just trying to think, if I cut this, would there still be enough spring to where it's about perfect? Probably not. It's probably going to be too much. And so what's going to happen is I'll glue it down, and it'll go like, and it'll rip off. I feel like a warm drink. That's weird. It's the right height for this thing. It's almost like I planned this out. It's a conspiracy. Oh. So we're going to put this in to the scalding hot water, and it's going to relax. Or it's going to go like curl up and look like some sort of a elephant delicate area. So anyway, we'll find out here in a minute. But actually in 4 minutes we'll find out. So we'll put that down for now. And then what we can do is we can find a little bit of foam of some sort that we can use that would be satisfactory for filling in kind of behind. Yes. Yes. Look. Multiple layers, folks. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to get the light. Oh, yes. 4 layers, baby. Yes. Yes. We're doing it. Scissors. But no, not scissors, Brian. I know. This is a rough cut, guys. Alright, here we go. Oh, buddy, it's too wide. Son of a gun. Okay, so we'll just go like this. Okay. Yes. Oh, that's pretty good right there. Remember, rough cut. Rough cut. Okay? And this stuff is awesome. Super squishy. Oh, yes. When you're storing your planes, this stuff comes in very handy for things such as this. Or, for instance, this, well, I was going to use a word, but I don't want to get put on the do not watch list on YouTube. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planes. And they're held together by zip ties and U-bolts. Anyway. Watch this. Watch this, guys. I'm just going to cut it this way. Booyah! Oh, yeah. Ooh. It's a little bit too thick, I would say. I'd say we need to have it at least half that. So now, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and come over here, and we're going to hot knife this thing. We're just going to right down there. You could do this with a blade if you had a long enough, sharp enough blade. But if you have that long of a sharp of a blade, you must be some sort of a samurai or something. I'm not a samurai, guys. Sorry. What can I say? Hiya! Oh, yeah. That worked potentially magically. I didn't really mean to do that, but it worked out good. I kept both sides, but it didn't collapse completely. Let's see how it works. Oh, buddy, we're close. We are so close. Now I just need to trim it down a little bit more yet. Oops. Losing all sorts of stuff here. Oh, man, I trimmed it too much. Dang it. But now we know how to do it. Guys, there's all sorts of mistakes you're going to make in this hobby if you're anything like a human. I just made one of them. I over-trimmed. I over-trimmed it, guys, but good news is I have the other half. Look at this. We're going to lay that there and check this out. Oh, yeah. 12 seconds. Oh, it's bubbling. It's bubbling. Look at that. That's so weird. Watch this. This is going to be kind of hot. So I'm going to, do we have a hot pad in somewhere in this little kitchenette? And yeah, you guys are probably wondering, well, it's not a very substantive kitchen. Well, this is a basement. And no, I didn't get kicked out of my upstairs. Although that would probably make sense some days. Alright, so that's a little toasty. Throw that in there because you will spill water everywhere. Now watch this, okay? Like this. Watch this. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, man, bad planning. Don't have any way of getting it out. Oh, boy. Oh, no, it did the elephant trick. Wow. That shrunk down really bad. That's not what I was hoping for. But you know what? We learned something today. As a team, we learned how not to do it. And this is the way that you're not going to do it. However, yeah, that's hot. We're going to use this rag. Check this out, guys. I'm going to try to just do the old dumperoo method. Oh man, it's looking more and more like the elephant genitals. Dang it! Stop that. Flatten out. Just like this, guys. Just like this. And I'm just going to rest my body on it for a minute. It's, of course, cooling, so it's warm. Well, you know what? We may still get success after all. That cup is still really hot. So that's how you do that if you're going for complete failure. We're still going to try it. We're going to make this happen, guys. It's going to happen. And you know what? It's not the only piece of plastic I have in my garbage bin. Trust me. One of many ways I drive my wife nuts. Look at this. That is so not smooth. It looks horrible. Although, it may look horrible now. It may not look horrible after I'm finished with it. The principal item there is may not look horrible. Okay. Time to samurai again, guys. Here goes. Here goes nothing. Ooh. We need to clean that. That one spot where we used it, it's all nasty now. Let's just right over the hood. Oh boy. Right over the hood. Try not to burn yourself. Right over the hood. Okay? Kids, if you're watching this at home, make sure your parents get you the torch. You know, it's like they tell them, kids, don't play with a torch without permission. No, seriously, kids. Alright. That may have actually worked pretty good. Ooh. Yes, that's pretty good. I just need to take a little bit of thickness off of this side. I didn't quite fill it down all the way. I'm going to take my samurai sword, make sure I get the cool end. I'm just going to rest it on there. Not enough heat. If you do this just right, you can send a bunch of little black stuff all over in your basement. That's a great idea if you're hoping to never be allowed to do it again. Ooh, oh no, I may have overdid it again. Man, the samurai's having problems today. Yes, might still work. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to fight with a couple of these pieces of foam real quick, and then we'll come back when we get it. Look at what I found in the garbage bin. I found a perfectly shaped, evidently a 40-ounce cup from Wendy's that is just going to be glorious. I've used these in such projects as landing gear mod, A380, 600, and they work good actually. I just want to try to get one get it so it's white where I'm working with it. Although I could probably wipe that marking off of there. That's one more step I don't want to have to do. Okay, so we'll just trim it like that. This might work pretty good. Oh yeah, that was a lot easier than what I was doing. Oh buddy, that's tempting too, guys. Really tempting. Wowzers. I may have to just do that. That would be nice because it would cover up the access to the to where that is going to get inevitably sprayed with water every 5 seconds. Okay. You're fired. This is going to work good, guys. See, you don't just come to this channel to see what to do. You come to this channel to see what not to do. Right? And by the way, that hot water trick, it's actually worked for me a few times. It just depends on the type of plastic. Evidently that that plastic, the way that they made their round shape, it's not a pressure vessel, so I'm assuming it's probably not a super intense method. Ooh, yeah. That actually would be a better size for up here. And one thought I also had was, suppose the landing gear breaks off, because this whole thing is stupid. Who magnets their landing gear on? Like, who came up with this idea? I don't know. Well, anyway, this is where it's going to hit. This, or, yeah, it's going to be here. So I'm going to make a guard for that as well. That one's going to be a little bit trickier. Alright, we got to try and see if this acetone takes off this marking. If not, I'll go get another cup from Wendy's. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, not taking it off. Alright, time for the big guns. I don't know if you can mix acetone and thinner together without dying of some chemical inhalation sort of thing, so I'm going to switch. I'm about 95% certain that this is going to take it off, but I'm about 95% certain it's going to eat the plastic too. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Are you going to do it? Good Lord, what do they print with? Yes! Yes! These cups are designed to last for 400 years, people. Jeez. Thinner barely takes the ink off. I want to know who printed these. I want them to print my stuff. Gosh, that blue is going to be like forever coming off. Alright, well, that's probably I could use my time better somewhere else. So we're just going to cut. We're just going to cut here. And then we're going to cut here. And we'll just go all the way around the bottom. We're just going to go like this. Because remember, we're going to probably want this whole piece at some point. Okay. Good stuff. And then this one we can trim it down. We'll just cut off the blue part. You could probably sand that thing and agitate it off of there too. They use a special type of ink when they're printing plastic cups. And it's got a special UV, or I think I'm saying that right. It's a UV lamp that sets the ink or causes it to cure or whatever. And it's super convenient because when you go into these plants, the ink is like, they're usually pretty careful about keeping it clean because they have the same problem I would as a visitor. But that stuff does not set up at all. And so you'll get it on your clipboard or on your boots, and it just like stays wet forever. And I use that term somewhat facetiously. I mean, it's not forever, but it's a long time. Alright, so if I wanted that to really be well hidden, then I would need to probably pick that up. What I was getting at is I would probably need to cut something to slip this around, or I can just cut a single hole so that the gear can be placed in and out. So that's going to be kind of our choice. So this little kind of not perfectly shaped piece is going to be, should be good enough to fill that gap. But you know what would be even better than that? Would be some double-sided tape that I'm literally never, ever, ever, ever going to use again in my life. That would be in this bag of goodies. And I run into projects where I get these little pieces of tape and things, and I'm thinking, I'm not using that piece of crap. Well, today I think I might. Because I can always put a little glue on there later too if I wanted to. But you know, us hoarders, we got to stick together and use up our stuff once every 15 years. Oh yeah, that's a much better fit. Okay, well, you win some and you lose some, guys. I guess my little samurai action didn't really do us much good, did it? Oh, this is going to work really nice, though. Look at this. That's a pretty good fit. Okay, so now I might need to double that up, or possibly even triple it up. So I'll keep this backing, yeah, double it up for sure. This backing will be my jig. Okay, so we'll just do it like that. Trim it down just a hair. You're probably thinking, Brian, you're not looking at your jig very close. No, I'm not, because I was a little bit too short on the last one. It's okay though. I know you guys will forgive me. Unless, of course, I have a video like yesterday. It's an hour long and plus, and still don't really get the job done. That was annoying for everybody involved. Yeah, I think it needs to be a bit longer, guys. So I'm going to be creative and just cut it in half. Jeez. Yes. Doc, I need it just a little bit longer. We'll just cut it in half. Sorry, wrong doctor. See this piece here? Oh, that should fit pretty good. So we're just going to get one more layer in there. It looks like that's all we need. Okay, so we'll just plop that right in the middle. Yeah, one more and we should be good. Okay, we'll just go a little bit longer this time, and then we'll thin it up just like we had previously. Should be good. Can't do this without feeling a little bit wasteful as a true hoarder. Oh yeah, that's going to be awesome, guys. Look at this. This is going to be so good. Oh yes. Yes. That looks great. Except that it's not quite deep enough. My double-sided tape is not quite deep enough, folks. We got to go a little bit more. Which is good because we have a lot of it left. Oh yeah, that's a good fit. The reason I'm trimming the corners is because there's kind of a rounded cut. So we'll just make it fit in there a little better. Awesome. Awesome. Alright, and that stuff is quite light as well. Okay. Okay, and then one last step. Well, we could use that, but we're not going to use that. We're going to use this, which is just run-of-the-mill heavy-duty tape is all. You'll notice I wasted a lot there. That was just, I've learned that the more wasteful you are with tape, the better the outcome. I was going to say, that better not be on the front side. Oh, son of a gun. I didn't get it aligned right. Okay, we're going to pause it and come right back. Okay, so we got a piece cut that's the right size. We got one wrinkle that we're going to work out, and then we'll be good. Looks good. Alright, so now I'm going to get one cut for just covering this little access here. I'll leave some of the black exposed so that it mimics the look of the rest of the landing gear. And of course later on we'll have it look like it's part of the wheel well. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing there exactly. And the only difference is going to be that we'll just tape that down, because that'll be an access hatch for us to get to the servo if we need to replace or remove that servo later on. So we'll get a piece of tape and we'll stick that down. Show you what it looks like. So there you have it, guys. Prettied up the nose, strengthened it some, splash proofed it some, and we got our extension cord done. So we're going to be done with this video for now. And the next step, of course, is going to be to hopefully shorten the landing gear. So that'll be on the next video. Thanks a lot for watching. Check the link below. Help support our channel. We really appreciate you guys being a part of this experience. We love doing it as long as you keep coming back. Don't forget to like and subscribe.